Okay, we're going to talk about the basketball shot for a couple of minutes here. It's one of the common mistakes I see, and a lot of phys ed teachers see a lot, is people when they shoot incorrectly. Everybody wants to shoot. When you play basketball, everybody loves to shoot. But a couple tips can really make you a better shooter. First of all, when you're a little kid and you're trying to shoot, you bring the ball down to your waist and you hoist it up because you want to shoot at a 10-foot basket when you're 5 years old. You kind of develop some bad habits. And habits are hard to break. So when you get up to the high school level, you're taking that same thing and you're shooting kind of the same way when you get to the high school level. And like I said, it's hard to break that habit. First thing you want to do when you're shooting correctly, you're only shooting with one hand. Your opposite hand, and I'm a righty, is just a guide hand. So when you put the ball, you have the ball out here, and for your grip, you should just be able to get your finger in there. You don't want to be up here, and you don't want to be too on your palm. You want to be right here. You put the ball out in front of you. Okay, like you're trying to give it to somebody. You bring it back right here. So my thumb is out wide. I could just get my finger in there, and it's at my nose and to the right. Okay, I don't want to jam in my face. I don't want it back here like this. A lot of people do this to get extra strength. You want to be right. So from the side, it's naturally in front of my face to the right of my nose. And my elbow, people want it to be perfectly perpendicular. It doesn't matter as long as the ball is here. This is going to do everything. This is the shot. What the mistake people have is when they get their left hand on the ball. We'll talk about that in a second. So one basic thing you can do is you put the ball out in front, you put it here, and you want to use your legs. So you want to make sure your legs are ready to go. So everything starts with the legs. I like to say it's a volcano. You want your shot to erupt, and at the peak you want to release it. Okay? So you put the ball here, here, bend, and you follow through. Okay? So if you look at my follow through, my elbow was locked, my wrist is totally extended, and my pointer finger is in the middle of the target. So your thumb, pointer finger, and ring finger are in the middle, and you hold it there for a second. Okay? Now, you don't want to be a pusher. You don't want to go out here. You want to be up here at an angle. I always say, did I put deodorant on today? That means your shot is up high enough. Another little drill you can do is you hold the ball like this. Okay? So you look to the side. I mean, now, if you've never shot the ball correctly before, this is going to hurt your forearm. It's going to kind of feel a little sore. And you kind of do this, when you shoot it, the ball should come off the side. If you're a pusher, what does that mean? You tend to push the ball, it's going to go out front. Okay, so that's a little way you can see. So if you look at it correctly, here, look, if I had the ball, it's on the right of my nose, right here, okay, and then it goes off to the right. Now, one little drill you can do here, you bend your knees, you shoot it up, and you got backspin. The ball should come off the back of your fingertips, and you get this nice backspin. Look at the ball. If your ball is going sideways, you're slicing it or you're cutting it. You can do all sorts of different things. Now, this drill sounds kind of like, why do I need to do this drill? If you go to a Syracuse basketball game 2 hours before the game, the best shooters in the country, and they do this in the NBA, are doing these drills. They come over, they stand here, they put the ball out here, bend their knees, and follow through. And they'll do 5 or maybe 10. Bend the knees. And look how I'm pulling my ball. Lock the elbow. Totally extend the wrist. Your biceps by your face. When you start shooting, you do that, maybe you come right to here. Then you come here, maybe you do 15. Then you move back. A mistake people make is when they work on their shot, they go out to the three-point line. And they shoot, and all your bad habits come back. So you maybe move back a little farther. Here, here, and then shoot it. And hold your ball through. Now, the last part is when things get a little tricky, is you put your left hand on the ball. Do all the steps first. Put that ball in front of you, bring it back here. Now, my left hand is on the side of the ball. Watch what my left hand does when I do the same drill I just did. Here, here. My left hand didn't move. I always like to say I'm waving high to the person to my right. Okay? If my left hand moves forward, I tend to push the ball with my thumb and pointer finger. And now it's a two-handed shot. Ball goes right, ball goes left. I want the ball to be nice and straight. Come right back. Now, a common thing I do to students, and I'll come over, or players, they'll come over and they're shooting with 2 hands. They go, no, they aren't. Pull your left hand away. Well, did the ball fall? That means you're shooting with 2 hands. So a little thing you can do is get ready to shoot. Is the ball balanced? This is only a guide hand. If it's not balanced, you take your hand away and the ball falls. Last thing I want to talk about is your stance. So I'll come over here to the free throw line. A common mistake people make, and I see this in the NBA, and the NBA shooters are pretty good, okay, but I see this mistake a lot, is they put their feet straight across. So if you look, the way your body is biomechanically, the ball is naturally facing right here. I have to take extra muscles to bring the ball back, some oblique muscles to bring the ball back here. Look at my feet. All right, so I'm recruiting extra muscles. I want to simplify it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left foot, slide it back, and I'm going to angle it just ever so slightly. My feet should be shoulder width apart, and my feet are aiming, if I'm straight at the basket, to the left side of the basket. So if you see my feet, so now the ball is naturally right here. Instead of my feet are together, you see how when I did that, the ball moved to the right. You can still do this, but now you got to use more muscles. The best shooters keep it simple. All the best shooters have the simplest shot. If you watch Steph Curry, their footwork is like this all the time. So now, here, put your hand here, and when you shoot, get nice follow through, and check to make sure you're wingman high to the person next to you. If you do those things, you're going to be more consistent. Remember, the key, start close. Don't go to the three-point line and try this. Your bad habits are going to come back. Starting 5 feet away. Just do one hand, one hand, one hand. Go back to 15 more all the way back. And then go close again, then put the left hand on there. Check yourself. And remember, if you ever have any questions, come see a phys ed teacher.